Councillor Hunt.
Lord Mayor, I served on the council for Gurdev only for 1 year, between 2003 and 2004, but I had previously known him prior to joining the council. Of course, he was a ward neighbour in Handsworth Wood to Perry Bar, and I got to know him a few years previously when I stood for Parliament in 2001 in Perry Bar. And at the time, the Perry Bar constituency was in some turmoil because of the departure of Jeff Rooker, who'd been a very long-serving and popular MP, and a number of people came behind me and helped me run a campaign across the constituency. And as part of that, I got taken on tours around the constituency to places. And one of the places we visited was the Cabbage Club, the Horticultural Institute that Councillor Kuna referred to. And I think I had several visits there, and it was very interesting there. And it's very obvious that at the time it was a gathering place for progressive opinion in Handsworth Wood. And I heard the story about the Cabbage Club and the story about how Gurdev and others had to fight hard to open it up to equality. And this is a serious thing because he became a councillor in 1986, think about it. He served as a councillor for 18 years, and that a club back in the 80s was still whites only, in a community which was very, very diverse by that time. And in fact, what had happened, of course, Handsworth Wood, a very large Asian and Indian population in Handsworth Wood, and many of those people were getting involved in local institutions. I think the club was associated with the local allotments. A lot of Indian people had taken on allotments and were digging, and it was pretty shocking that this relic of the British Raj had been brought across to Birmingham, and the bad things about the British Raj, the segregation had been introduced into Birmingham in this place. But these guys were determined, and they made their case actively, as Councillor Kuna said, and they opened the doors to this club. And it was really an honour to meet these people in the Cabbage Club. I think the Deputy Lord Mayor may have been there at one point as well, but I believe he frequented it too. It was an honour to meet these people there and to get to know some of them. And it was always a pleasure in later years after Gurdev left the council to meet him at civic events. He was an active alderman, and to catch up with him and to catch up on news of his family. And our condolences indeed go to his family on the loss of a very great man. Thank you, Lord Mayor.
Thank you, Councillor.